Hello YouTube, I'm your Huckleberry, and this is the HEAdesigns Hunter. So this is the Headhunter. Okay, let's get into some stats here. We are looking at a 6.75 inch overall length with a 2.75 inch blade length. Your blade thickness on this guy is going to be 0.13 inches. We are looking at a 154 cm blade steel, obviously with a clip point, and it is flat ground. We have G10 on the front side here, the show side, with a titanium frame lock and titanium clip on the back side here. This is a front flipper, and it does come on ceramic bearings. And so let's get a weight here for you. All right, waiting for that to zero out. There we go. And it is going to weigh in at 3 ounces, right at 3 ounces. So, you know, nothing too heavy. Pretty nice lightweight carry there. Let's get into some size comparisons. Here it is against the PM2, the Spyderco PM2. And as you can tell, the PM2 is going to be a good bit bigger. There. Let's look at it against the Benchmade full-size Griptilian. And again, the Benchmade and Spyderco are very similar in size. And so the Benchmade, the Griptilian, the full size there, the 551, is going to be, again, a good bit bigger than the Hunter here. Let's look at it against a large Sebenza 21. And so the large Sebenza is definitely bigger than the Hunter here, blade length wise anyway. And, well, let's do a little preview here. Let's do a little preview. How about that? This is the Robert Carter designed CRKT Ruger Incendiary. And so that's a pretty good size comparison there as far as overall length and blade length and everything. Those are pretty comparable. And so there you go. There's you some size comparisons. All right, so the HEAdesigns Hunter here, I believe, and you can correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, is going to be manufactured in China by HEADsigns. I'm not 100% sure on that. I looked around and I looked on the HEA website, and you know, it just pretty much said, you know, it's QA'd in the U.S. You know, kind of finished in the U.S. But it's put together in a manufacturing plant in China, and I believe that's from HEADsigns. And you know, I don't know why companies do this. I don't know why they're not just transparent about that. Like, just say it. I mean, all it said on the website is, oh yeah, you know, it's you know, made in with our partners over in Asia. Like, just say, okay, it's put together by HEADsigns in China. I mean, there would be nothing wrong with that. HEAD makes good knives. They're a good company. I don't understand why they don't just be more transparent, come out and say it. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't like this knife any less because it's made by HEADsigns. And so I don't really understand why companies aren't just, you know, more transparent about that. Not that it's a big deal either way, but it's just, you know, it's just nice to have some transparency. But anyway, if I'm wrong about that, feel free to correct me in the comments below, and I will, you know, be happy to hear if you have any more information on that. But that's what I found, and I just heard that it was made by HEADsigns. But let's get into some of the pros and cons here. Kind of the first overall pro is, man, this is just a really nice knife. It is just the fit and finish on it are spectacular. It is great. There are no sharp edges. It feels like quality. I mean, you're not really going to understand what I'm talking about unless you have this in your hand and you're able to feel it. it just feels like quality. It feels really good in hand. Like I said, there are no sharp edges. The clip does not provide any kind of hot spot. There are no hot spots. Everything is well chamfered. Everything is well finished. The fit and finish are spectacular on this knife. It's got a really nice two-tone blade. So you got polished flats here, and you got a bead blast where it starts the flat grind. And so that's really nice. I think that looks really good. I like that. I like a little polishing on a knife. And so that's nice. It just feels really good in hand. And I have XL hands. And so this is what you're seeing this knife in my extra large hands. This is how it fits. It fits very well. It feels very comfortable. I can get all 4 fingers, not quite a little bit of about half of my pinky on there. I can get, but it feels really comfortable. Really, really comfortable. I like this little part here, how it kind of tails off, you know, because it kind of follows the shape of the blade, which I like. And also it allows my pinky to kind of wrap around that there, which just feels really good. It's just, I like the way that feels in hand. It carries very well. It's easy to get in and out of the pocket. It carries great. It's easy to slide your hand in and out of that pocket. If you carry anything else in the pocket that you clip your knife to, your hand's going to slide because, like I said, everything's just so well finished that there's no sharp edges, and so it's going to be really easy to slide your hand in and out there of that pocket and fish out anything else that you have in that pocket. It's not going to be a problem at all. It carries fantastic. You have a steel lock bar insert right there, as you can see. So that's always nice. I always like to see that. You also have an internal over travel stop, which again is great. I like it when the over travel stops are internal. Because I think if it were external, it would kind of break up the flow here. And plus, you know, the hinderers, of course, have an external one, and that's kind of part of their design where you can swap that in and out with the different color titaniums or brass or copper or whatever, which is nice. But you know what I've noticed when you carry it in probably what most people's preferred carry is, which is right hand tip up, it covers that up. It covers it up so you don't really see it anyway. And that's what this would do because this is right hand tip up only. And so it would cover that up. And so it's fine that it's internal to me. I like that it's internal. So that's good. As I said, it runs on ceramic bearings, and the action on it is A+. Fantastic. It feels good. It has a great detent. This is such a good fidget knife. I mean, I have sat there since I've gotten this thing, and every time I carry it, I find it that I just take it out and I'm just doing this over and over. I mean, you can hear it. You can hear that lock up. You can hear it when it closes. It's such a nice sound. It's got a really good detent, and it's just such a good fidget knife. I have probably driven everybody around me crazy doing that over and over and over because it's just so fun to fidget with. You can open it with the front flipper, of course. You can open it with your thumb. If I could middle flick, I would, but I can't. Spidey flick, I just can't do it. But I'm sure this would be a good Spidey flick knife as well. And so the action on it is great. It has a full backspacer, which I quite enjoy. I think this is the first knife I've ever had with a full backspacer. And so I like that a lot. I also like that they put a little design on there. They didn't just leave it plain titanium, but they put a little design there and on the clip, which kind of follows the design of the G10 on the show side. And so it all kind of flows, and I like that they made that a little bit more interesting by adding that design there and on the back spacer. So, and I really like this full back spacer. I think that looks good. I enjoy that quite a bit. And it's just, overall, man, this is just such a good knife. I just keep going on and on about the fit and finish, but it's really that good. And you need to grab one of these if you can, and just feel how nice that is. And because it's hard for me to describe. I'm trying my best to describe how it feels, but until you get one in hand, you're just not going to be able, I'm not going to be able to express to you the quality of the fit and finish on this. It's great. It did come sharp out of box. That cut right there is this guy's responsibility. It did that to me. That's what happens when you play with knives. You get cut. And this one cut me because it was sharp out of box. It was really nice. You know, speaking of the box, when you this thing came with so many extras. I mean, just stickers and cloths, and you know, it came with a lot of extras. And you know, which is nice. It's something different. It's something nice. But honestly, I would have preferred less of that and a lower price. This is $199, by the way, $199. So right in there at the $200 mark. And honestly, I think you could have given me a whole lot less, fewer stickers and less things that came in the box and charge $150, because there has to be $50 worth of stickers. I mean, those stickers aren't cheap. I mean, they're good. They're nice quality. And I think you could have left that out and made this, you know, $175 or $150, you know, whatever. And I would have preferred that. I mean, it's nice to get those things. Like I said, it's something different. But if we're talking about, you know, getting those things, or, you know, maybe getting this at $175, then yeah, I would have gone for that for sure. You know, so that's kind of my first nitpick there. Is that, you know, I could have done with fewer stickers and a better price. Not that it's a bad price, because like I said, if you just look at it from the onset, 154 CM, which is a good steel for sure. I certainly like that steel. I've never had problems with that steel. That steel's always done me just fine. But it's the same steel that's on the Griptilian, you know, 154 CM, and this is going to run you at you know, right around $100, and this is running you at $200. Now, granted, you also got the titanium and the G10, and this is plastic and steel liners. So, you know, you do got upgrades in materials there. But what you're paying for on this is the fit and finish. That's what you're paying for. That's why it's definitely worth, to me, $200. And it's not overpriced at all at $200. I would pay, you know, if I got this at $300, honestly, if I got this at $300, that would be getting high. But I mean, with the fit and finish on this guy, you know, I would say, oh yeah, you know, 300 is probably a little high, but I wouldn't be ranting and raving about it because the fit and finish on this is that good. You know, even on the inside of this deployment hole here, you know, a lot of times on the Spydercos, you get the rough edges on the inside there. They're not chamfered. These are chamfered. This is nice. And so you're paying for the fit and finish on that, and the fit and finish is worth every bit of $199 for sure. Another little nitpick is the lockup is a little bit early for my taste. It's not bad. It locks up solid, rock solid, no play in any direction. But the lockup there is, it's a little early. Not bad, but a little bit. I had to look hard, guys, to find something negative to say about this knife because it's so good and I love it so much. But, you know, so the lockup's a little bit early. You probably also could have milled out the titanium a little bit and lightened it up even more. Not that it's a heavy knife to begin with. You know, right at 3 ounces, that's fine. That's a fine carry weight. And so, but you could have probably milled that out and, you know, saved a few tenths of an ounce there. And kind of, I guess my biggest criticism of this knife is going to be that is a needle point. I mean, that is the most needle point knife that I've had probably ever. But you know what that means? It's going to be fragile. And you kind of know that getting into it. I mean, because that's just kind of the design of a buoy, is that, you know, you get that needle point, and man, I mean, it is, I don't know if I can properly convey through this camera here, but it is needle point. And so if you drop this guy, or do any kind of, I mean, you're not supposed to pry with your knife anyway. That's what a pry bar is for. But if you do any kind of twisting with that point, I would just think that that's going to snap off. And that's kind of the design. That's kind of what the design is meant to do. But, I mean, you just need to be aware of that. That is a needlepoint knife there. There's the centering. Perfect. And kind of the last thing is just, it's right hand tip up only. And I know that when you have a frame lock like this, then unless you flip the entire design, it's kind of inherently right-handed. But, it's just always nice to have the option to carry it left-handed for lefties. Lefties get I almost did it right there. I almost poked myself right there. I didn't draw blood, but that was close because that is a needle point. Point kind of proven there, huh? No pun intended. And so it is right hand tip up only. Like I said, that's a nitpick. It's a nitpick. So final conclusion on this guy is buy one. Don't think about it. Don't ponder on it. Don't mull it over. Buy it. Because it is fantastic. You need to get this guy in hand and feel the fit and finish and realize that, hey, this is what a $200 knife should be. This is how it should feel. Because if this can feel this good at $200 knives, I mean, this is kind of sets the bar for me in this price range. At the $200 price range, this kind of sets the bar for me. That, hey, if it's not as good, why isn't it as good as the Hunter? Why isn't the fit and finish as good as the Hunter? Because if you can get this done for $200, then all $200 knives should be this well. Because we're talking about fit and finish. There's going to be a lot of subjective things about it. Maybe you don't like the blade shape. You don't like the needle point. You don't like, certain aspects of it. But something that I don't think you're going to be able to argue with is the fit and finish. And if they can get the fit and finish this good on a $200 knife, then they should be able to do that on all $200 knives. And so this is kind of my standard setting $200 knife from now on. From now on, all knives in this price range are going to be compared against the Hunter because it is that good. Buy one. Try it for yourself. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. You may tell me that you don't like it because of the size, because of the blade shape, because of whatever. But if you tell me that the fit and finish is not good on it, I don't know if I'm going to have any time for that. I don't know if I'm going to hear that. Because to me, this fit and finish is just so, so good. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this review. If you enjoyed this review, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you hated this review, go ahead and give me a thumbs down. If you do give me a thumbs down, all I ask is that you leave me a comment down there in the comment section as to why. Did you not like the knife? Did you not like the review? Is my information bad? Do you just not like the sound of my voice? I'm always open to constructive criticism. Or if you have any comments or questions, ask those down below in the comments, and I will get back to you. Whether you enjoyed or didn't enjoy this review, go ahead and subscribe, because I got a lot of knives coming up all throughout different price ranges that I will be talking about, and I'm sure we'll come across something that you like. And so go ahead and subscribe, and if you want to be notified of when I release a new video, go ahead and hit that bell, and that'll let you know that, hey, Huckleberry's got a new video out. Let me go see what this idiot's talking about now. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks.